Hello and welcome back. This is Lance Dixon with Curriculum and Training Systems, and we're here to share more information about foundational principles of learning. Now, last week, we spoke to you about the first three categories of Bloom's taxonomy. First, we talked to you about knowledge, basically rote memory. You have seen something, you take it in, and you know it. Facts, you know them by heart. Knowledge. Next level is comprehension. Now you know the information. Now you understand it. You can comprehend it. You can put it together to gather more meaning. Comprehension. And then the third level was application. You know the information. Let's go back to the math analogy. You know the information. You comprehend it. Now you can apply it. You know what a 1 is. You know what a plus sign is. That means you're combining something with that 1. You know what a 2 is. And you know what that equal sign is. So by applying that knowledge, you are able to get a result. The 1 plus 2 equal 3. Those are the first three categories that we discussed last week. Now this week we're going to talk about the final three categories of Bloom's taxonomy. And the one after the one after application is analysis. Let's use an engine, for example. An engine is comprised of many parts. Well, when you analyze something, you take the whole, that engine, apart, and then you start looking at the individual parts, trying to figure out how they work. So you look at the engine, take the engine apart, you have carburetors and a variety of other pieces that, when put together, represent the engine, the valves, and so many other things. And you now look at the carburetor. Okay, what exactly is the carburetor? What does it do? What is the valves? Okay, what is the engine block? What's the point of an engine block? Asking those questions to get an understanding of each individual part of that engine. That's analysis. After analysis, we have synthesis. Now with synthesis, we're taking different components and we're combining them together and observing how that combination affects one another with these two components combined together. We took the engine apart. We got all of these different pieces that are part of the engine. Now we combine them together based on our understanding of each individual part, and we end up with an engine, and we understand how it works based on each individual parts. We synthesize it. We combine the parts together to get a new whole. Synthesis. And the final aspect of Bloom's taxonomy is evaluation. Evaluation is making a determination, assessing something. When we do this, we have to rely on all the information that we had previously, the knowledge that we have, the comprehension of the knowledge, being able to apply that knowledge to different situations, analyzing the different components of a project, and then synthesizing how those components work as we put them back together. And then based on all that information, we make a judgment call. We make a decision based on all the information we have. And that's the evaluation, that's the assessment. That's the last category of Bloom's taxonomy. Now, the 6 categories that we went over these last 2 weeks are the original Bloom's taxonomy. There is an revised version of Bloom's taxonomy that we'll discuss at another time. But just understand that The revised portion of Bloom's taxonomy is very, very similar to the original with a few minor distinctions. We'll go into that in future discussions. Well, that's all we have for this week. If anything we said was useful in any way, please share this video with your peers, your associates, anybody in the educational field that you believe may find this useful. On the bottom of the screen, you'll find links to some of the services that we provide at Curriculum and Training System, as well as some of the products that we offer. Lastly, we want to share with you the launching of a new social network entitled The Net. It's an educational social network where anybody in the education community can log on and have very enriching and valuable discussions about anything that they may be experiencing with their peers at work or in the educational fields. Thank you again for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.